How's it going, UBL Nation? My name is Broken Pinky, and welcome back to another installment of the weekly Pickems. Just real fast, I apologize for not being the best of my upload schedule. There's been a lot of shit going on. I went down to a Smash and Splatoon tournament down in Round Rock, Texas, called Low Tide City. Threw out my voice. Now we're here. But enough about that. We're here for the Pickems, and I'm here with a special guest. So introduce yourself.
Ah.
Ah. I'm here with Ah.
Oh dear. Yep, it's me. It's Winda. I've come to ruin some more UBL content. So I'm here for Pickems now.
Let's go. The goat. The goat is here. What can I say? So yeah, a bit of a spoiler on the sides of the thing, but yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
I haven't recorded the week 2 recap. That's how far behind I am, but I think this is correctly updated. So Cannor's up on me, which means the guests are up on me, which is very sad if you're me and very happy if you're everyone else. So nice. And then I guess to peel back the curtain a little bit, this is being recorded Friday, May 17th. So some of the battles have actually happened, but I made sure not to look at any of them. So I don't know what's going to happen. Have you looked at any of them?
I've seen a couple. One of them I don't remember what happens, and one of them I've kind of blanked. I tried to blank out of my memory. One actually happened today, and I purposely didn't watch it.
Oh, nice. And aren't you also doing another one? Aren't you doing versus Rat in like 3 hours?
No. We're rescheduling that one.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. But Showdown's
Yeah,
back
we're
up, so
rescheduling.
like, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? But yeah, we are here for week 3 pick'ems. I guess let's just get right into it. We have our first matchup here. We have Salty Swampers and the Brad Roberts. We got Lord Nobody versus Cam on our screen here. And that there Chen Pao. My goodness.
I mean, yeah, it's faster than everything that isn't an electrode, and it's an electrode.
Yeah, it's faster than everything. Period. End of statement.
Yeah. The only thing that might mess it up is the priority tailwind,
Yeah.
and then gold is faster and gold goes burr.
I mean, you could also sucker punch it. Goldango can't Terra, which is very nice for Qian Pao. I think the bigger
Yeah.
issue for that Qian Pao is that Palafin. Obviously, the Tailwind mode in general is really strong, and Priority is not going to do the job all the time, but Palafin can kind of just eat a hit and then just fucking click whatever stupid, dumb move it wants.
Yeah, Palafin's kind of important here, because of Volcarona. Like, you need to force that thing to Terra.
Yeah, forcing the Volcarona to Terra is really nice. And also just, I mean, Jet Punch just hits so hard, and Close Combat hits the Empoleon, and then you have Ice Moves for the Noivern. So, like, Palafin has really good coverage here, if Cam can set it up, but that's the big caveat is setting up Palafin.
Yeah. Lord Nobody's team can kind of put on a lot of pressure, and if Cam lets up too much, then the pressure is just not going to let Palafin do its thing. Something that is funny to note is the Palafin could just ignore the Xian Pao and go for the partners and take advantage of the Sword of Ruin, which is very funny.
Yeah, a little bit. Subjecting Xian Pao to Amphads is kind of funny. I would like to see that.
That is a very funny concept. Palafin, Shen Pao is just like, wait, I'm not supposed to be the one left alone.
Yeah, it's
staring down Palafin.
all the other bitches get to be in the PC about this shit, and now I'm the one hung out to dry. What happened? I think Palafin's also important for Nobody's anti-Trick Room response, because Trick Room is pretty solid here for Cam. Aside from that, I just think the 2 water types are really annoying for what Nobody wants to do, because your grass type is Thwacky. No disrespect to Thwacky, never disrespect Thwacky. But your electric type is Luxray and then Oricorio kind of, and then everything else kind of has the Terra. So the water types from Cam look really solid into this team.
Yeah. As someone who has used Chloritzer before and am a big fan of, you either need Rindo on the Chloritzer or just have to terror it. Because I think even without a choice band, like Woodhammer will Oko it, and Wacky is faster.
Yeah.
And glides, even without a boosting item, glides into Palafin will still do reasonable damage.
Absolutely. I think I don't know. I think Cam is like a slightly better matchup, but I think nobody's team is so diverse, and I also think nobody's just a very good player. So like,
I mean, yeah,
I have a lot of faith in nobody for sure.
yeah. I actually think like the trick room stuff from Cam also just looks really nice here. Like
Yeah.
I think there's a potential that you just say screw going fast. I'm just gonna set up Trick Room and have Goldango in Trick Room.
Yeah, Goldango and Trick Room looks pretty stupid. Regidrago's Trick Room looks pretty stupid. Empoleon obviously stops both, but then you have Megalodon Aura Spheres from Clawitzer, and then Close Combats from Palafin, and I guess Crabominable, and I guess Toxicroak as well.
Yeah, I think Hydrapple isn't too bad either. If Hydrapple's in Trick Room, it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it's very scary. It's just it is kind of a Terra Sync, because I would imagine that Shenpao's gonna have Ice Shard.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of hard to hit or to fit, but like, even like reducing the damage of Dragon Energy from Regidrago is really valuable.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think Regidrago can come here.
That's fair. Yeah, you have.
I think Valiant just completely, it completely shuts it down. I think even in Tailwind, Booster Speed Val can outspeed Drago, but I might be mistaken on that.
That's crazy if that's true. Actually, I could see it, but that's still crazy. Definitely Modest Drago gets outsped. Yeah,
definitely Modest. You might Timid might get there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my calc. Hold up. Entertain the guests while I'll open up calc on my phone.
But yeah, I could also see Luxray coming possibly for like just helping slow down the Palafin, like with Intimidate and threatening it with electric moves. Like I think at least one of the grass/electrics has to come here for Palafin at least. Maybe you bring double Intimidate, but then you're letting Goldango do more things. Granted, one of the Intimidates is Scrafty, so Scrafty actually is probably really important here. Scrafty probably has to come.
Oh yeah, Scrafty's super good here.
Scrafty, Val, Pow probably all have to come.
Yeah. Does Scrafty get Wide Guard, or is that just Val? I forget. I don't think it gets Wide Guard.
I don't think. No, it used to get Wide Guard, but it doesn't anymore.
That's great, dude. Why do they make Scrafty so good? And then they took away its shit, but it's still really good.
It's so a bit of behind the scenes. Me and Cathy are both super big on Scrafty, and to the point where we were both considering lobbying to move it up to B.
Yeah, that one is crazy. In C tier, I mean, it has the Incineroar holy trinity of Fake Out, Knock Off, Intimidate.
Yeah.
Obviously that typing is kind of bad, but you can Terra.
It's super bulky.
It is really bulky, yeah. I mean, you don't want to rely on a Terraing to live fairy hits, but like, it's super bulky. Fake Out can stall the fairy types for just a turn, which is super nice. You knock off for yourself and for your friends. It's a super good mon. And
good Snarl user as well.
Oh, it gets Snarl,
which might come into play in.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And it's like not even weak, so it hits hard with like CC and Trick Room if you want to go with that route.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be AV Scrafty here.
Oh yeah, AV Scrafty's so tried and true. Because like Fake Out, Knock Off,
Fake
CC,
Out, Knock Off.
Snarl.
Yeah. Maybe not CC, because you don't want to weaken yourself, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Drain Punch is nice, it's just kind of weak. I feel like you'd rather have like another cover to that point, maybe.
Yeah.
Fighting
maybe
is
like
not...
the punch.
Maybe. Yeah, to hit the waters, maybe.
Yeah.
The weakness spread on both these teams, let's see. A lot of ground weaknesses, but what's it called? Nobody doesn't really have a
that would
great
have
way
to be like
to use it.
Yeah.
Flying weak is cool, but Noivern is super frail. If it gets more than 2 attacks, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, and you're probably relying on Hurricane, which is already asking a lot.
Yeah, or you go with a new wave, the Terrafly Terra Blast. Just burn your Terra.
Yeah.
And then you do like, I don't know, like probably like 60% to Palafin and die anyway. because you lost your jet punch resistance.
Yeah.
That's the new age type shit.
True. From nobody's end, they have 4 fairy weeks, but thankfully Cam doesn't have a real fairy type.
There is a Tink-a-Tink on the screen. I would like to make you all aware. There is a Tink-a-Tink on the screen. If Goldinger could Terra and it was like Specs, Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, I would give Cam an award, but unfortunately it cannot do that. So
no.
07.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
5 rock weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot of rock weeks, and 2 of them are quad weeks. Yeah, I feel like nobody's team doesn't have the best like defensive spread when you look at it, but like Empoleon patches up a ton of holes. Like,
yeah,
Empoleon resists this, and this, and then Electric. I mean, no, it's weird that this team doesn't have a ground type to me, but like I'm very singles brain, so that maybe it's new age type shit. Maybe Volt
no, I
Switch
still
isn't
like
that
having
good.
a ground type.
Yeah, I mean, Volt Switch is good. Discharge is, if you want to like boost your own electric type, but then again, the electric type is also Luxray, so like, nah. I don't know. I don't doubt nobody. He's too good at this game.
Yeah, like even though I know Cam and I love Cam, he's a homie. I've got to give it to nobody. They're a tried and true player.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, we've seen a lot of cases of like, I don't want to like say this, like it doesn't feel good to say, but like I don't know a better way to put it, of like matchup diff versus player diff, and I feel like 90% of the time nobody is like one of, if not the premier coaches to win that player diff.
Yeah, like it just, even when a matchup looks bad, nobody just finds something.
Yeah, I mean, this team has so much room for secret sauce. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
so
yeah, there's so much you can pull from, and you have like your redirection from your Volcarona, and force like safety goggles and shit, and you have counter trick room with Reuniclus, and Scrafty, and your own priority spam to deal with the speed control that Cam has. So like, I feel like nobody has a ton of tools in this matchup, even though Cam has a lot of threats in his own right.
I agree.
All right, next up, if it'll load. I didn't check if this dock worked. Hold up, please work. Please.
Go to a different one first, and then I think it works.
Yeah, I think we just went back.
Yeah,
all right,
that's it.
Sick. Yeah, this dock is kind of buns sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, it's the bad Tauros. I forgot this got drafted. Forgot about it.
We don't need one of the emergency Tauros.
That takes me back to when I forgot. I think it was season 4 or something, when I was in like the lower division. And I drafted regular Tauros so I could surf and activate my Colossal. And then I also brought like Anger Point with side target, Frost Breath, Frostlass in playoffs.
That's so good.
It was so funny. I beat them with that. They got so mad. Anyway, yeah, we have Gig versus Pyrus here. Yeah, both these teams look so underwhelming on paper, but I feel like Gig's gotten a lot of value out of his, even in spite of that. I don't know how Pyrus has been doing, to be completely honest.
I think Pyrus is 2-0.
Damn. Okay. I know he brought Gravity week 1, and that was awesome. I don't know what he did week 2.
I don't remember either. But just like, Pinky asked me to make some notes, and like, I made a few for each matchup, and all I've really put for this one is both teams are fast, but Talonflame goes burr.
Yeah, both teams are fast, but Talonflame's faster.
Yeah, and also Incin like gets turbo cooked because if you bring Intimidate, then you put Ogapon.
Well, we saw Blaze Incineroar week 1. We might be seeing it again. That was so hype.
Yeah.
I talked with Big E about it, and he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go up later, but he was like, yeah, Gig, I'm so dumb. He was like, yeah, obviously Kilowatt wants to run Wind Power for the Tornadoes, but I didn't think he would run it. I thought he would run competitive because Incineroar is so good, so I ran Blaze. I was like, you got every call right. That's crazy.
The only reason I would even want Incineroar here is for the Latias, but the Latias can Terror.
Yeah, Latias can Terror. I mean, it's good into Ogerpon as well, just naturally, because Ogerpon really only gets superpower to hit it. But
that's still a +1 superpower. Like, I know Incineroar's bulky, but like that with any the move.
If you run Blaze, because to be honest, there's not much reason to run Intimidate here. Your only physical attackers that, like, if you're Pyrus, your physical attackers are Infernape and then Talonflame. And Infernape can run special anyway. And then Talonflame.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to slow down Talonflame, but you have this guy called Follow Me Pachirisu that kind of shuts it down pretty hard.
Yeah. One of the only other things I really noted, though, was I think if Garchomp has the right support here, it can go stupid.
Oh, yeah, Garchomp is crazy here.
Yeah, Garchomp looks really good here.
Yeah.
But it just needs the right support.
I mean, it can't click that Earthquake button that much because, like, 3 flying immunities plus the Ogerpon. So Pyrus is pretty resilient into ground moves. But, like, ground, dragon, rock coverage is so hard for this team to switch into. Especially if the Weezing is not going to be Levitate. If it decides to come. I feel like if it comes, it would be Levitate, but...
Yeah, it probably has to be.
Yeah, probably. Like, Noochgas is good, but, like, not super duper good here. Because, like, you kind of want your abilities.
No, yeah. It's also worth noting that both teams have a Paradox Pokemon, but Giggs is faster and hits this weakness into the Sandy Shocks.
Yeah, and Sandy Shocks can't really touch Iron Leaves because both its stabs are resisted. And Sandy Shocks gets, like...
no coverage.
Yeah, I guess the bargain bin of coverage. If this shit runs like... Okay, hold on, let me cook. Turn 1, lead Iron Leaves, lead Sandy Shocks, both pop booster speed. Sandy Shocks clicks Terra Bug, Terra Blast into Iron Leaves as Iron Leaves hits the Leaf Blade and does no damage.
You might be cooking too hard.
Yeah, I'm surprised you gave me that I was cooking in the first place. I'm gonna be real. That was giving me way more credit than I should have gotten.
Yeah, to be honest.
It's like those middle school teachers when you write an essay and it's like, you had some good components here, but you didn't develop them all the way. That's what that felt like.
Listen, I like to be nice, okay? Speaking of nice, though, looking at this again, if Gig can deal with the Ogerpon, Milotic looks really good, actually.
Oh, yeah, wait, Milo is kind of crazy here. I'm going to be honest, I don't really see many ways that Pyrus can get rid of Pachirisu easily. Because, like, I mean, the Sandy Shocks, obviously.
Right, yeah.
Sandy Shocks, obviously. But, like, nothing else hits it for that much damage, other than, like, obviously Ogerpon with Defiant Boost, which Gig has to give Pyrus. So, like, if Gig doesn't do that, Pachirisu is really annoying to kill, and then Gig just kind of clicks his big stupid moves into the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Because, like, Pachirisu next to, like, Garchomp, or next to Zapdos, or even next to Torn, looks really, really strong here.
Yeah, I think if I think is going to come down to protect the Chomp. If you can protect the Chomp, then it looks really good for Gig, but I just don't know if I don't know, because Patchy Garchomp is awkward, right? Because you have to run Balloon. You have to.
Oh, yeah, because Garchomp doesn't get Horsepower, right? It gets, like, only Tantrum.
Yeah, it only gets Tantrum.
I think you would run Tantrum here, honestly, over Earthquake. Because, like...
Yeah, I could see it.
There's going to be a lot of times where there's a ground immunity on the field. So, I don't know.
It's very true.
I think, like, an Assault Vest Garchomp, or, like, just a Tank Chomp with, like, a lot of attacking moves. Because you don't want to lock yourself into something.
No, you do not want choice here.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to be able to choose your moves all the time.
Yeah, I could even see, like, if Gig really wants to get greedy, they could do SD, but I don't think it's right. It's probably just click buttons kind of game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I could see SD working out, but, like, I think there's other Terra types that work out a bit better for Garchomp. Maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe Terra Fire isn't terrible. I don't know. I'm not playing this season for a reason. I don't really know how to cook.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Someone suggested Terra Bug Sandy Shocks.
Hey, I knew it was bad. I just did it for the bit. I did it for the content. It's about the content. Surely.
Holy clueless.
Yeah. I don't know. I still really like Gig here. I know you gave your reasons for why you like Pyrus here, but I think I'm gonna stick with Gig personally.
I'm gonna go with Pyrus.
Ooh. The rare disagreements. And this is like the 4th time this series that happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
just think what they have is like really good here. There's also potential for Cottony to just do some stupid things as well.
yeah. If Finneon comes in and stops the Milotic endgame in like game 2 or some shit, I am going to lose my mind.
That would be extremely funny.
That would, because that happened week 1, didn't it? Like, didn't he use Finneon to beat Air?
No, the Finneon died.
Oh, I know the Finneon died, but I thought it like redirected one attack. Because didn't Air have like water bowl?
Yeah. It redirected a water Tauros Raging Ball and then died the following turn.
I love that. That's so good. But yeah, if Finneon does something here, I don't know. Because like, it's also such a weird matchup because like, neither of these guys are going to be activating the opponent's Defiant or Competitive. But they both have Defiant and Competitive mons there that are really strong here. So it's just like the awkward like...
They're both playing chicken with each other.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, man. But yeah, I think I'm going to give it to Gig. I think I could give it to Pyrus. So let's keep moving here. We got the Fairfax Ralligator versus the Grafton Granville. I think this match already happened.
It did.
Okay.
I am trying to blank it out.
All right, I'm gonna put the Fireball right there. So
yes, it kind of does have the Fireball.
Yeah. Last week I did doubt the GOAT, and it did not go well for me. So I'm tempted to not doubt the GOAT again. But like, this team is so stupid.
It's very.
What happened here?
So I think Jugulus always comes.
Oh, Jugulus is so good here. Dragapult is also pretty solid here. Well, yeah, it's good here. Dragapult's good here.
It's just I think booster speed crown outspeeds it, and that could be an issue.
Yeah, but then you have your own booster speed Jug, and it's like, well, nice try, idiot.
Yeah, you could just snarl or try and kill things, I suppose. But snarl is just like so nice.
Yeah, Metagross is also super good here.
Yeah, I agree. Metagross looks so good here.
It's so strong.
It's pretty much only Tauros that can deal with it.
Hey, and Miss Magius. I don't know. People say it weird. Miss Magius, whatever. It can deal with it. And then Miss Magius probably like loses to everything else, to be honest. Even Weirder can cook here, honestly. Like,
I mean, yeah, honestly, Weirdo looks pretty solid here. Intimidate the couple physical attackers like Tauros and Copperajah, which, by the way, Copperajah actually looks... If Cannor can get TR up, Copperajah kind of goes stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Copperajah is really strong here. I think only the Arcanine can kind of deal with it, and it gets blown by horsepower. Same with the Electabuzz. Yeah. Like, if Cannor can facilitate Copperajah, it's really strong here. But I feel like it's kind of hard for him to do that, because, like, you do need to set up Trick Room for that, and I feel like Cannor's team doesn't play super well in Trick Room. If you're going to be running Booster Speed Crown, at least.
Yeah.
I know there was like a team, I think it was like Justin Carrot that ran like in like an actual regional that was like standard Iron Crown, and then it also had a Trick Room mode. And I feel like Cannor could definitely tap into that.
I could see that for sure.
Like Trick Room Iron Crown looks solid.
It's so do you run Scarf Killer here just to try and outspeed booster speed? Joke?
That's kind of crazy. Like, honestly, I mean, I mess with that, but like that's kind of crazy.
Because I think you can go modest Scarf, and I think maybe Thunderbolt kills.
I mean, probably. The thing is that like, I feel like if you see lead Kilowatt, you want to not leave your Jug in for fear of that. I don't know. I feel like you don't want to leave you don't want to leave your Jug exposed versus Kilowatt in general, because it's going to be holding the Focus Sash. So unless you get like a Dark Pulse flinch, you're going to die after.
It also discourages the Snarl stuff. So maybe you just try and kill things.
Yeah, true, actually. Competitive Kilowatt's pretty strong here, because like as we said, Weirder and the
Arcanine.
Snarl and the Arcanine, yeah. Like both Intimidators here for Eris as well as the Jug are super strong. No. This is weird. I feel like Beaky just fights so well, like in the Trick House and then also in Tailwind. Like, yeah. Like Metagross is such a good Tail Room Pokemon. And like,
yeah, it's like just the right speed, and it's so bulky.
Yeah,
and
I don't
There's
know.
not a super great amount. Maybe Umbreon.
Yeah, Umbreon is really strong here for Cannor. Because, like, Mientro's not amazing, and that's really good for it. Like, honestly, if you're Biggie, you might have to bring Mientro just for the Umbreon. Because, like, it beats Polt, it beats
Yeah.
Metagross, it beats Weirdeer. It doesn't, like, beat Jugulus, but Jugulus can't do anything. So that's just free helping hands. And then it
Yeah.
doesn't do much, doesn't really care about Arcanine either. So, like, if
Yeah.
you bring, like,
Electabuzz.
Electabuzz as your 6th, you cannot touch Umbreon.
I mean, you could run fighting coverage on your Electabuzz.
I
you
guess,
know?
yeah. You run Terra Fighting
Oh,
Cross
no.
Chop, and then you die to Kilowattrel Hurricane.
In fairness to the Enchant, it does get Wide Guard here, so maybe you bring it for that.
Yeah.
You probably don't bring Fake Out. Or you could bring Fake Out.
You could bring
but,
Fake
like,
Out because Cannor like has been really like good at using Side Spam when like he doesn't bring Psychic Terrain every single game. Like he kind
Yeah.
of weaves it in and out. So I think having Fake Out for that coverage is really nice.
Yeah, but then like Fake Out, Wide Guard, Knockoff, CC.
Yeah, I mean that's just standard Mienshao stuff. It's also
Yeah.
decent in the
But
Stars.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's just good here.
I could also see like Terra Fire Floor just being really strong here for Ares.
I could see that as well.
Because
Or
like
maybe like a.
I mean,
not Steel.
I think Terra Fire is the best one because you resist obviously the steel types. You still resist Fire Tauros, which wants to hit you hard. And then Fire Fairy coverage is super strong in the Cannor's team.
Yeah, I
Like,
could see that.
I don't think anything resists that. Yeah. As for Eris, I mean Haxorus. I think Haxorus clicks Earthquake real nice, and Horsepower from the Raj is really nice as well.
Yeah, it's just getting both of those set up. Like you could run like Scarf Haxorus, but then you're locked into a move and you want to be switching moves. But then it's like, well, your other option is set up DD. But that honestly just might be too slow. And with, I mean, you can run the Clear Amulet. You could go like, you could go Follow Me DD, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like there's just counterplay to that.
I think Cannor is a really solid team, but I feel like it's really hard to pilot sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think Era's having like a bit more of like an automatic team. Like it's pretty sensible how you're going to use all these Pokemon. So I feel like just in that respect, it's going to be a lot easier for Eris than it is going to be for Cannor. But obviously Cannor has the God Gamer difference. So
He does.
Yeah.
So for me, because I know the outcome of this matchup, I rolled a die. And it landed on Biggie, so I'm putting mine down for Biggie.
All right, you're gonna go Biggie. Yeah, I really like how it looks for Biggie here. I'm gonna be honest.
I do as well.
I think I'm gonna go with Biggie.
This does feel like a coach versus matchup because I think Biggie really does have the matchup, but Cannor has obviously proven themselves.
Yeah, I know Biggie had like that kind of big choke in week 1, but I feel like we learned from our mistakes because like this is such a strong team, and I feel like everyone's like kind of rallying behind Biggie. So I think I got him in this one.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go 3 weeks in a row of doubting Cannor. So I'm sorry, man. I love you, but I'm gonna be real. I would not ever want to have a team like Cannor's because like, not in the sense that like it's bad, but I don't want a team that like is good and hard to pilot because that's the worst kind of team. Because like, if you lose with
so bad when you lose.
Yeah, if you lose with a good team, you can't even blame that. But if you like lose with a bad team, you can at least be like, oh, my team sucks. But like Cannor doesn't even have that luxury, so bit unfortunate. Yeah, we got one more matchup here. We got the Shidney Shizzors. We got Water Bowl going to fulfill his job, his 9 to 5. And we got the Flowerman Finny on here. I think, are both these coaches 0-2 or is Air 1-1? I forget.
Believe they're both 0-2.
Okay, so both fighting for their first win. Yeah.
So this match is like just happened, but neither of us have looked at it.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Both these teams are so awkward.
Yeah. What have I got for my notes? Ogerpon and Gouging Fire look really good here.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Actually, wait, Ogerpon is crazy here. I didn't even Like,
Yeah.
but also Kabalion is kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah, but Ogapon outspeeds it.
it does, but like, you're not doing much damage to it, and you're weak
The
to.
thing is, the combination of Ogapon plus Gouging Fire covers that really well.
Yeah, that's true. I think if you're
Um,
running Kabalion, I think Iron Press is a really good set though this week.
Yeah, I could see that.
Iron Press and maybe like Aura Sphere if you really want to hit like Avalok and Cloyster, because like all three of these guys have 0 special defense and they're all weak to fighting.
Yeah. It's also like weird for Spectra because there's a Crocodile which kind of doesn't like Crocodile, and I love Crocodile, so we'll meet in the middle.
Yeah, he had some words.
But there's also a Zoroark here, the Hisuian Zoroark, and if you just accidentally click Shadow Ball into a wrong mon, that's kind of rough.
That is pretty rough. But on the flip side, Spectre does get Snarl, which is pretty good until Lyric's team.
Yeah, that's very true.
But yeah, Crocodile is also just super good here. This is a weird one.
I think from air, I feel like you have to bring Torracat. I think you don't have a choice. I think Ogapon plus Gouging, like, 11-0s the team, and I think you need it. Because the thing is, even if they don't get speed control, even if Lyric just gives up speed control here, the turn where the Whimsicott's going for the Tailwind, or, like, they're setting up Trick Room, the amount of pressure is being put on by that duo in this matchup just feels immeasurable.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I just don't think that Torracat, like, really answers Ogapon because, Ivy Cudgel.
Yeah, but the other option is Water Tauros, who's going to get power whipped into the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like neither one works.
Yeah, when both your Intimidators are weak to their best physical attacker, that is not good.
Yeah. And plus you can do like crit stuff as well. You can do the Focus Energy Ogapon, which has won. Or not, I don't know if it's won, but it's like done really well at tournaments.
Yeah, true.
So
I don't know.
you could do that.
Yeah, Gouging Ogapon is super good here. When I look after that though, I don't know what Lyric has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I've got noted as well that I think if TR goes up for whoever wants to set it up, which I think it's more likely Lyric, maybe a backdoor Trick Room. I think Vikavolt actually looks really solid in Trick Room.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like electric grass coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next
and just
to like Bronzong. Yeah.
I mean, Walled by Rotom Heat. But he can like run Terra Blast, Terra Water if you really want to.
Yeah. And then you could also just set, like, if you kill the Spectra, you can just kind of set up for Iron Press.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing really stopping that is Rotom Heat. So.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got.
Yeah, Air also has really strong Iron Press, but I think overall Lyric's just. I gotta go with my girl here. I think Lyric's got this. She has such a good matchup.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna follow suit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta go with Lyric here.
Yeah. I mean, these two are just so strong. I just wish that Lyric would like spruce up the rest of her team, because like, I don't get what these guys do. I'm gonna be real.
So, in fairness, I know why Stonejourner's here.
I think like we like I know why Stonejourner's here, but like why? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not super sold on Stonejourner, but they like it, so
I mean, hey.
You know.
I mean, more power to you. Have fun. Have the fun you want. It's fucking Pokemon at the end of the day.
True. We're here for vibes.
True. It's the vibes that matter.
Exactly.
Speaking of vibes, Dusk vibes got a little dusty. Let's go over to the Dawn division. Move Water Bowl out of the way with Zapdos. There we go. That's not Mike Wazowski the GOAT. Oh, this is you. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, I've got 3 words in my notes, and it says, I win smile.
Yeah. Also, we didn't even mention that, like, Air versus Lyric is a tried and true rivalry, and history is definitely going to repeat. So there we go. I believe in Lyric anyway.
So it's actually so fun fact. So Air and Lyric is the finals of season 2.
Yeah.
Whereas this matchup is the finals of season 1.
Oh wait, Rat got the finals? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we both went 6-1. Mostly it was 6-1 because I partially threw the last round when it was being Rat.
I mean, yeah. Just the vibes.
And then we played in finals. And the rest is history.
True, and that's been the beginning of Rat, I think, being unable to beat you. Has he never beaten you?
No, Rat's taken a few sets off him.
Oh, okay. Because he talks like he's never beaten you once.
Well, there was the unfortunate time in season 6 where I earthquaked myself.
Ah.
But there was also season 9, where we had a really good set. Where he had Fluttermane, and Lycanroc Dusk, and used that to beat my Sand team.
That season. Oh yeah, that season. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a really good set. I really enjoyed that one.
Nice.
And we've played a few other times since, but it's been a while since Rat's beaten me. But Rat's very capable of doing so.
Yeah, Rat is super duper good. Here's the thing though. You got these Pokemon are all really good. Like Ursaluna,
Yeah.
Reuniclus, Spectre. Oh boy, those are good Pokemon. And you got the Water Bowl to deal with the Chanpao. Well, quote unquote, deal with the Chanpao. This is probably going up after your match with Rat, by the way. So I don't think you'd. It's coming after the game. So I feel like if you want to spill, go for it. If you don't want to, you don't gotta. Because you're doing your own video, obviously.
Oh, yeah. If this is going up after, I guess I can talk about a couple things that I kind of mentioned in my video, because I've recorded the team, like, pre-match thing that I do for the battles that go up on the UBL channel.
Yeah, yeah.
But then also my own 25-minute team builder for when they eventually go up on my own channel. Because that's how I do things.
Hell yeah.
But I'll spoil one thing that didn't get put in that video, and that is that I had to call upon my secret weapon for this one.
Appleton?
For the first time this season. And the reason I would call upon the reason why I've won the 3 seasons in a row. I had to call upon Cathy for this one.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Big Apple. I was so excited.
No, I love Appleton. He's not bad here, but no, I mean, literally you cannot argue otherwise about Cathy being the reason why I've won 3 seasons in a row. Because since Cathy has joined, there's only been 1 season I haven't won. And guess who won otherwise?
Cathy.
Yes.
Damn. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, yes. Cathy is like a GOAT team builder. She's so good at this game.
She's so good.
And she's already 2-0, isn't she? Like, she's...
I think so, yeah.
She's got a good shot here as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to call upon Cathy for this one, because I was quite concerned, because, I mean, Rat's team puts on a lot of pressure.
It does. It really does. I mean, Xianpao is really good into you, but I feel like every week I say Xianpao is really good into the other team, and then the person with Xianpao loses every time. Because like Xianpao's a Pokemon that like
it should be.
You only hit 1 Pokemon at a time, and then Xianpao just dies. So like you take 2 KOs, and then like you're feeling awesome, and then the last 2 are just like the boss music starts, and it's like shit, my best Pokemon is dead. What do I do?
Yeah. It is worth noting they do have 2 imprisoned Trick-Roomas here.
Yeah, that's true.
One of which is immune to Spectria.
And the other one is it wrote that it beats Ursaluna on its resume. How true that is.
I mean
I don't know how true that is.
I mean, it's immune to the facades.
It's immune to facade, and it probably lives a headlong rush sometimes. Yeah. Oh man, Dust Noir. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna say it every single week. Okidogi is so small. Look at Okidogi and look at Ursaluna. What the fuck?
Tiny. He's so tiny.
They're both bears, and Ursaluna is like so much taller. It's so funny to me every single time. Oh man, look at Fletchling. Look at big Fletch, and look at little Dogi.
Yeah, I guess also, Okidogi gets blown up by Reuniclus like 7 ways to Sunday. Like, it's not even funny.
I mean, it can Terra Dark, but like, actually, Terra Dark Dogi is not terrible here.
It's not,
but it's also kind of terrible because then you're weak to Tauros.
Yeah,
but then you can guard dog. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You can't change your prep now. It's too late.
Don't worry, I've already taken guard dog into account.
All right, cool.
If you want to know, guard dog was one of the reasons why there is a Fable coming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
May or may not be unaware.
Ooh. I mean, Magikarp's also not that great here, so I feel like unaware just kind of makes sense.
I mean, yeah, but also...
like, Magikarp's always great, but like, it's not especially great here, so like, you might as well stop the +2 Kilowattrel that could be coming if you bring your Intimidator.
Yeah. Or the +1 Okidogi.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Howl, Fuegoleon, Guiding Fire, that's what it's called. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I look at individual Pokemon on Rat's team and I say, oh, they look really good here. And then I think about the 6 that you're going to bring, and I'm like, oh, those are really good here. Oh, I see how it is.
I think the easiest way to boil this down, at least from my perspective, is if I have speed control, I am winning. If I do not, I am losing.
Yeah, honestly, actually, yeah, that's fair, because you don't really have Tailwind other than the goat. The goat right here, the big bird. This guy's not real, but this guy, this Fletchling guy, this guy is super awesome. Yeah, Mr. Trick Room is honestly pretty good here, because like your fake out is Lazzle, right? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually no, I was gonna say Weirder is good here, and then I remembered that Facade does so much fucking damage.
Yeah. It's a very strong boy.
Yeah, this is one of those weird matchups. It's like, damn, these are two really good teams that are just throwing against each other to click their big stupid buttons, and only one of them is gonna win.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Again, this is why I had to call Cathy, because I was like, this matchup's weird. I don't like it. You might say it's weird here.
Oh.
Listen, yeah. I'm against Rat. I've got to bring out the puns.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You should change all your nicknames to be puns at this point.
I mean, part of my nickname theme is literally that's Amore. My Salazzle's called Pizza Pie. My Ursaluna is when your moon hits your eye, and then my Clefable's that's Amore.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Amore. You know what's funny? It was my bad. It was only this past weekend that I learned that amore is like actually just a word in Italian and not like amore, like amore fish or amore eel. That's how American I am. Anyway, speaking of America, down with the American Empire. Let's go, Winda. Put us in our place.
Again, one more time. My notes. I win smile.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with these borders? Oh my god. This dog is so weird. Why do I use it? Anyway. New matchup. Blue versus Split.
New Tauros.
Oh yeah, new Tauros. Hold on. Goodbye Empoleon. Or I guess hello Empoleon. I think this is the last Tauros of the video, so sound off in the comments if you love Tauros gaming.
As a Tauros drafter, I enjoy Tauros.
Yeah, as a bull enthusiast, if you will.
True.
Do you drag the Tauros in your own team builders? I forget. Or do you just kind of let it be there?
What on the?
Like when you do your team builders, do you put your own Tauros?
No, okay. I've got a funny story about that. so I ended up getting the the PNG and putting it in my OBS so I could just have it there.
Oh, nice.
And then I did that for the UBL ones, and then I recorded my actual team builder for my own channel, and then afterwards I saw that the Taurus was still there. So I didn't remove it. So I spent 25 minutes with just a random Tauros, and I was like, I've got to redo this now.
I just got this from Bulbapedia. Like, I just go to Bulbapedia and I take the image, and I'm like, hell yeah, there's no background either. Shout out to Bulbapedia.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. It's just I put it on OBS and then didn't remove it.
Yeah, I just like putting it on the sheets because I was
like, no.
I get so much enjoyment from dragging the Tauros on and off. I don't know if anyone else does, but I enjoy it a lot. So I'm gonna do it. It's my rules. It's my video. So wait,
anyway, we got a weather war.
We do have a weather war. And snow beats hail, or snow beats sand. So curious.
Snow beats sand in theory. In practice, if sand goes up, then that Excadrill is going burr.
Yeah, no. If like literally it comes down to which weather gets up, because if sand is up, then blue wins, and if hail is up, split is probably going to win.
Yeah.
Especially because that Tauros is not a big fan of that there Excadrill.
No.
Or that there Empoleon getting a competitive boost. That's also really good.
I also put that I think Treads actually looks really good here as well.
Yeah, Treads is pretty good here. My thing with Treads is like, I don't know. I just hate like offensive mons. It's like, yeah, that looks good here. And then you look down, it's like, how much attack does Treads have? And it's like, oh, that's not that much. Like 112 attack is like, it's not that much.
Listen, I have won 2 seasons with Treads. I know that mon is good.
You know what? That's fair. I'll give you that. I just know when I try to use Treads, I'm like, I don't hit for any damage. What is this?
The big thing here, which is going to be really nice, is the fact that it can outspeed the Ogerpon, go for Rock Tomb into it, break the Sturdy, and then kill it with something else.
Yeah, well, with booster speed, obviously, but that's kind of a given.
Yeah, with booster speed, yeah.
The problem is that nothing else on this team is faster than Ogerpon.
No. Again, this is why it comes down to the weather wall, because if snow's up, then, like, even things like Articuno are going to take the hits and then fire off the blizzards and go burr. But if sand's up, then Drill goes burr.
I feel like I haven't seen Split, like, lean enough into weather. Like, he has this great hail team, and I feel like I don't see him click the funny blizzard button that much. You know what I mean?
They didn't do it week 1, but week 2 they did it against me.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't seen your match, yeah. But like, obviously it's you, so like, you know.
Go watch that for when you do the week 2 recap. It's like, it's a really good match.
I'll make sure to watch it. Yeah, I mean, I gotta watch it for the recaps, but I'll make sure to watch it. Do you want me to watch your video or just the showdown replay?
Oh, either.
Actually
no. Watch the video. The video has currently got no views on the channel.
Okay, I got you. Okay, this is the PSA. Go watch Winda's video. I don't think anyone. Oh, damn, that's rough.
I suppose it is a bit rough. Val also looks pretty good here.
Yeah, Val looks really good here. Man.
Yeah. It's just it kind of dies to like Ninetales.
It does.
Is the unfortunate part.
Just kind of die. It just is. It's so hard for Split because he has no speed advantage right now. Like his speed control is Rock Tomb Treads. Like there's no Trick Room mode either. So like, I think purely from speed control, I think Blue has this with the Tornadus and the Val. And I also think Blue's team is like a lot easier to pilot because it really kind of is as simple as like get your weather in, which Hippowdon does fine enough if you run like Yashi. And then you click your big buttons with Excadrill and Ogerpon, and then everything kind of dies.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me cook.
Oh.
This actually might be the matchup that Split has been waiting for with Trick Room Crawdon.
Maybe, but the Trick Room Center is Grumpig, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And do not talk bad on Grumpig. I told them to pick up a ton of mons on this team. Like I told them to pick up a Moongus, Tauros, Reds, and Grumpig. because I used Grumpig not in UBL, it was in my one season of SPS, where I picked it up basically over a God of War, and it was better than God of War.
I mean, you know what? I can understand that because I'm gonna be honest.
This mon lives a kowtow from Gambit.
No
Okay?
way.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so does Gardevoir, let's be honest. But
Yeah, but that dies to Iron
it
Head.
doesn't live the Iron Head. With 65? What?
Yeah, it lives, and then, even better, Oko's it back with Focus Blast.
Okay, that Gardevoir can do a bit better because it has Aura Sphere and it's still probably Oko's. I mean, Grumpig is nice because Oblivious Trick Room, so you can't taunt it. I think it has Oblivious.
Yeah, it's got Thick Fat, I know that.
I know it has
Thick Fat and Gluttony, which are both really good abilities.
Oh, it has Gluttony. I forgot about that. If you can tell, I don't think about Grumpig that much. I know this might be a shocker to the Grumpig Nation.
The Grumpig Nation is very disappointed in you.
Oh, its own tempo. Okay, never mind. Okay, because I was thinking like, because I remember I used like Slowking one time. It's like an Oblivious Trick Room Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but Grumpig is not Oblivious, unfortunately.
No.
I mean, own tempo is a solid ability, just like not the best on Grumpig. Thick Fat, I feel like you're not going to use that much. Because, like... Actually, no, there's a Moltres. You're right. My bad.
There's a Moltres, or you could use... or you can just make sure it's got, like, one of the 33% berries for Gluttony, which is really nice.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Extra survivability. Like, it's a really, like, solid low-tier one. Like, I'm not going to gas it up and say it should be, like, a C-tier, God no, but, like...
Actually, yeah.
It's not bad.
Because it's a good contingency if Split's going to lose the Weather War. Now, granted, I still think the blue wins this. But I think Split can cook in Trick Room. I think you're right, because Troodon is really strong into this team. Like, Crabhammer and then CC the Empoleon, nothing wants to take it. And then obviously Knockoff is also still pretty strong. But you don't even really need it. Like...
No.
You can just run Crabhammer, Aqua Jet, Close Combat, and then, like, Protect or Swords Dance.
And just go Burr.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all these water weaknesses. My god.
And one of those resists the group key.
Yeah. I mean, Quillfish kind of stops it, but if there's a Quillfish on the field, I will... Actually,
freeze dried.
Actually, wait a minute. Barring freeze dry, I could see Quillfish kind of cooking. It beats the Tauros. It slows down the Treads. Like, I'd imagine after Intimidate, Treads EQ probably does not two-shot Quillfish.
Oh, I mean, its high horsepower actually gets that move.
Oh, yeah, it does get high horsepower. I still think Quillfish lives too. I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to calc this.
That's fair.
But, yeah.
I don't know. Are we gonna? I think we might be split decision on this one. I think I'm just gonna go with blue. I think it's just a bit of an easier team to pilot, and it's a bit more forgiving weather notwithstanding. Because like, yeah, Blizzard is super strong, but you have Empoleon, which takes it decently well. Drill lives one. Hippowdon probably lives one. Val probably lives one. And like, obviously you don't want to just tank one Blizzard, but like when you can reset your weather pretty easily here, it's not the worst thing in the world. And it also helps a lot that Blue's team is way faster than Split's team.
Yeah, I do think I'm going to give it to Split though, partially because Snow does tend to beat Sand, but also I think there's like things like Amoonguss can be really just annoying as well. Treads, Tauros, I think there's just a lot of good ones here, and I think as well, something we didn't mention, I think if Split does just deal with the Ogapon, I think Suicune can win very easily here.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you might have swayed me. Because it's really hard. There really isn't a lot that, like, Blue's team does defensively. It really is just all on that Empoleon.
Yeah. And,
like, Split has the ways to deal with it pretty effectively. I just think Split has a hard time picking 6. Like, picking 6 in this matchup is pretty hard. Because obviously you want Ninetales, you probably want a Amoonguss, you want your Treads, you probably want your Tauros, and then I guess Grumpig Crawdon? But you also want Suicune, but you also want the Titan, but you also want Articuno. So it's like, it's hard to pick 6.
Yeah. You also kind of want Palmot to break the Empoleon.
Yeah, Palmot's really good here as well. Well, it's pretty solid. I mean, for what Palmot is, it's pretty solid here. And for what it's worth, it probably Oko's the Excadrill as well. Obviously, assuming no other.
Yeah. Also, for reference, Jolly Max treads into max defense Quillfish, while the treads at -1 is a 64% chance to 2-hit KO.
Damn. Okay, that's more damage than I was expecting. That's a lot more damage than I was expecting. What's the minimum? Like, what's the min to max?
46 to 55.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to fill out my Iron Treads apology form, I guess. I think the swing factor, are both these coaches 0-2 or is blue like 1-1 or 2-0? Because I know split is 0-2, and I know we didn't play amazingly week 1.
I believe they're both 0-2.
They're both 0-2? Okay.
I believe so. I'm just checking now. Yes, they're both 0-2.
Alright, I'll give it to split. Dang, we got two different coaches that are both 0-2 playing this week. That's kind of crazy how it all worked out. Alright. Next up, we got 2 matchups to go, and we got to put Fire Tauros down. Sorry about that. We'll see you next week. We got Otto, we got Gambit. I've been looking at Gambit's team for a while. I know he's making transactions. I still don't know what this team does, which is why he's making transactions. But Otto's team, it's honestly pretty interesting, and it's probably one of the teams that's like best equipped to deal with Blood Moon, just because of that Tinglu.
Yeah, I was going to say, Blood Moon is probably quite weak here. On the complete other end of the spectrum, I think Dondozo looks amazing here.
Yeah, Dondozo's really strong. I also think Blastoise is really good here for Otto. And I think last week he ran like a Shell Smash or Shell Smash variant. But like even Water Spout hits this team really hard.
Yeah, I think Blastoise has to come here because otherwise I think Magmar's actually kind of an issue.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then I think it's probably going to be like Terra Grass Magmar. And then like Toxtricity and Noivern like do well into it. I think like a lot of the natural responses the Gambit has versus Otto, I think Otto has something that can beat that. So it's just about having that foresight to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I feel like the only real thing that like Gig has to really like force a response is Dondozo, because I feel like the team doesn't really put on enough pressure, even with Ursaluna. I don't think Ursaluna puts on enough pressure here. And
Yeah.
I think the big thing is like Otto has the bulk to kind of withstand the Trick Room.
Yeah, this is also a super Garganacl matchup. Like, Garganachi with that Salt Cure is so nice. Like, obviously, it gets kind of blown up by Ursaluna. He doesn't want to take a Wave Crash or a Body Press from Bronzong. But Salt Cure into Dondozo and Bronzong is really strong.
Yeah.
Like, that's a quarter of your health every turn, and then you protect, and that's half the health gone. And it's like, dang, there goes my best attacker and my best support Mon.
They even means things like Rest Dozo, like, don't really work because you just get Salt Cured and you're like, cool, I'll still take like half your health with just Salt Cure chip.
Yeah, and then like, even Sceptile looks decent here, but I think pretty much every time you would want Toxtricity over it. I think Otto just has. Yeah. I think Otto has a really good matchup here. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree. I think just like the few pressure points that that Gambit has in this matchup are very have a lot of counterplay from Otto's end.
Yeah. Does Gambit have Wide Guard on anything?
No.
Oh, that's really, really good for Otto then, because like Tailwind plus like Water Spout, Blastoise plus like Overdrive, Boomburst, Toxtricity looks so strong here. And then you have like your Oranguru can support decently well, your Flarges can support decently well. You have a good bulky mode with your Tinglu and your Garganacl. Yeah, I think this is pretty overwhelming for Otto here. I think Gambit is really going to struggle to build his way out of this one. But maybe in the battle it will be different. I don't know.
Yeah. And Otto's also proven themselves to be quite a good player as well.
I know Otto wrote like that whole doc about like his thought process with the draft. So like I'm assuming you're going with Otto as well, or you might be going with Gambit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going with Otto.
Yeah. So like Otto definitely thinks a lot about the game, and Gambit, no discredit, is a great player as well. And Gambit has some sauce. Like Gambit having a Trick Room mode is pretty valuable here because Otto doesn't really have a good Trick Room mode. Like there's Pokemon that are slow enough, and there's a Trick Room setter, but it's not that strong unless Otto pulls up like the max, and like attack invested assaultless Ting Lu, and then it's like, okay, that actually does pretty good damage. But I think in Trick Room, Gambit has some stuff that he can do. But like you said, I think Otto has a pretty good like way of weathering the Trick Room assault, especially in a 3-game series.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it.
All right, I guess that was fairly simple. All right, we got one last matchup here. It's always Cathy the last matchup. I don't know how every single time she's the last matchup on the schedule doc. Every single time she's the end. We save the uncontested 8th for 8th. It's kind of crazy. And then we have a low choose for Vatrena here, who just made some spicy transactions that included getting a Trick Room center that wants to click Trick Room.
Very true.
Whoa! Wait, but it's still a grass. Okay, I haven't looked at this team that much, but why is Shifter here anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess Wind Rider, whatever.
So I'm gonna keep my speaking about this matchup minimal because like Cathy helped me, I helped Cathy with this one. But as now someone who has had to prep for Screamtail in some capacity, this mon's so annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bitch.
I hate it.
Like, it's weird because Screamtail, like in singles, I don't know if you've ever used it, but I've used Screamtail once in singles and I hated it. And then I think about it in doubles and I'm like, this mon is disgusting. Because it's just, it's so bulky and it gets every supportive move it could want. And like, yeah. I think it's helping him too. So it doesn't even have like that bad of amphats, and it's Pyrus song. So like, you can't just leave it alone. But you also can't kill it in like a turn because it's so bulky. It's the worst.
It's so annoying. Another thing I will note, Galarian Zapdos is really solid into a lot of the kind of support type Pokemon from Cathy's end, like the Scrafty, the P2, and the Thwacky, all really don't appreciate Zapdos.
Even the Klefki doesn't like it that much. Like, it doesn't want to take a close combat.
Granted, like, can you dazzle it back, but like,
yeah, you don't want to be taking that much damage from your Klefki. So yeah, Zapdos is pretty good here.
I wouldn't be surprised if Klefki got to a KO through Reflect with CC.
I don't think it does through Reflect. With Bandit, that's maybe. I definitely think outside of Reflect, CC does a million damage from like Scarf Zapdos. Or I guess non-attack item Zapdos, because I don't think you want to be choice locked that bad unless you really want to be choice banded.
Yeah.
Because that is your Tailwind Pokemon, other than Shiftry. So Zapdos is your only Tailwind Pokemon. I mean, yeah.
It sucks. It's that Cathy has that faster Tailwinder in Latios.
Yeah, that's also true. I feel like, I mean, Gambit's team is pretty good in Trick Room. Or not Gambit, Vatrena's team is pretty good in Trick Room. That Ogerpon is really strong here for Cathy, though. Like, Ogerpon is super strong.
Yeah.
It's just about setting it up. Because if Trick Room is up, that Ogerpon does not want to be on the field. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. Oh no, this is another weird matchup because like, I think it's another like matchup diff versus player diff, kind of, because Cathy's really good at the game, but Vatrena's a really good matchup here, and I know Vatrena's like been kind of, I feel like he's been like kind of finding his footing yet. He hasn't really found his groove, but this is a good matchup to find your groove. I feel like if you're Vatrena, because like so much stuff you can do.
And if Sinistcha gets the right support here, it can probably do really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sinistcha here is kind of obnoxious, especially, you know, when Palafin would otherwise be so solid here. And it obviously has the heat proof. Yeah, this is a really hard matchup for Cathy. I gotta ask, did you reach out to Cathy or did she reach out to you?
I reached out to Cathy, and then, like, we were already in call, so I ended up helping her out.
Okay. Yeah, because if I'm Cathy, I do not feel confident about this matchup. So I'm kind of surprised.
Once we started looking at it, we were like, "Oh, this is going to be awkward, isn't it?"
Yeah.
we started looking at Screamtail, and then it started going downhill from there.
Like Screamtail, Galarian Zapdos, Sinistra, all look super strong, and then
Rotom Heat, even.
Rotom Heat, Rhydon, Goldango are all pretty solid here as well. Even Mousehold is a bastard with Follow Me.
Mousehold, potential Intimidate from Quillfish.
Yeah.
It's just awkward.
It's very hard for Cathy to like break through. I don't know. What are you thinking of this one? Who do you think's got it?
I mean, I've got to go with my goat Cathy.
Yeah, I don't want to doubt. Like, my thing is that like everything in my brain is telling me that Vatrena's got a better matchup, but I do not want to doubt two of the greatest minds in the league. You know what I mean? Like if anyone could pull a rabbit out of a hat working together, I feel like it's you two, maybe behind like Cathy and Cannor, because like that's actually a dynamic duo. I feel like.
Yeah.
But Vatrena's so good here in this matchup.
I mean, in fairness, I'm only going with Cathy because I helped her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I would
you know
feel
what?
bad if I helped out Cathy and then didn't say she would win.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go Vatrena, to be honest. I love Cathy. I mean, I love everyone in this league. Everyone in this league is awesome. So no slight against anyone. But my brainy brain is telling me that Vatrena's got this.
I do see it for sure.
So yeah, I guess that's the end of the Pickems here for the third week of UBL. You can see them here on that right-hand side as we've been adding to them. Only 2 disagreements, I think, with Gig and Pyrus, and then at the very end with Vatrena and Cathy. But yeah, thank you very much.
There would have been a third one, but I convinced you otherwise.
No, I was really... No, I think Biggie... Well, I think you convinced me of Otto. I think I was the one.
No, it was the
split?
blue split.
Yeah, it was blue split. That's right.
And then I said Suicune.
Yeah, and then you said...
Oh, right.
Let me shoot you that there. Suicune. I love Suicune. I love saying it's Suicune because everyone gets mad at that. But regardless, thank you very much, Winda. The Gout, for joining me.
Happy to be here.
And thank you guys so much for watching another hour-long podcast about some idiots talking about Pokemon. So, good luck, UBL Nation, in your week 3, and we'll see you back here for more Pickems and more recaps, hopefully.